first thing I've got to do is apologise because this job, the walk down pit lane after FP2, is normally undertaken by the very professional Steve Day. But he can't be here today, so you've got me. So very much the B team, we'll see how we go. Right, we're walking down what is actually a very busy pit lane. The stock towers are out on track. So we're passing the 810 garage. This is Peter Hickman. Is Peter going to be in there? Well, actually, Peter's not there, but Peter is back after his TT crash. The first meeting back, he tried to ride at Cadwell, couldn't ride. I actually spoke to him after FP1. He said the shoulder is aching, but apart from that, it's actually all right. And here at Donington, quite a lot less physical than Cadwell Park is. Right, next one along, Storm Stacey. They've actually got the barrier. Let me tell you, hang on a minute. Wardy, here, come here a minute. Come here. So this is Graham Ward. Graham's an ex-rider, a good quality ex-rider. He's now crew chief for Storm Stacey.
Well, chassis mechanic.
Chassis mechanic.
Yeah.
How's he going? We've seen him on track, sliding the back end in, big back brake, all that.
Yeah, he's not happy.
He's not happy here?
No, he's not happy at all. He's a bit like Michael, actually. He's taking after Michael a little bit. We don't know, obviously we missed the first session because we had an engine problem.
Yeah.
So we're a little bit on the back foot playing catch up. I don't know where we're going to be. They're just pulling data out of it now, James, just to see where we are with it. So.
Back to work.
Back to work.
Well done, Graham. So Graham, as I said, watch yourself there. Graham, really good ex-rider at BSB level. Now he's chassis mechanic for Storm. Storm's one of the young up-and-coming riders, slides the back end into all the corners. Consequently, he's got to use a lot bigger back brake, which is bringing its own problems. Right, what do I? Billy McConnell, the C&L Fairburn Properties Honda, the tag team. So you've got Jamie Van Sickle, Sean Winfield, who's on stock 1000. Actually, Fraser Rogers is a reasonable superbike rider, in my opinion. Let's have a look, watch yourself. Right, Fraser Rogers here, actually. There you go. Trip hazard. Right, let's have a word with, this is Spud Nesbitt talking with Fraser Rogers. Boys, how is it? How is it?
Yeah, it's not too bad, to be fair. I'm pretty happy with that.
You're going to win it sixth?
Yeah, sixth in the end, yeah. So we stuck a new setting at the end, just do a couple of laps. So.
Right. So if you didn't know it, this meeting has got 4 12-lap races, not the traditional 2 long ones and 1 short one. So consequently, you've got an extra tyre. Is tyre management going to be an issue? Did you use 2 in that FP2 session or 1 rear?
We only used the 1 rear in that session, just so we can have a stab in qualifying tomorrow.
Yeah, which qualifying is just a 30-minute session, not the Q1 through a Q2 kind of session. So you've got 2 tyres for that.
Well, we've got the scrub that we just went out on, and then another new tyre for qualifying. So it'll give us a good stab at it. Yeah.
Good luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Right, Charlie Nesbitt, yeah, we've got to keep at the wheel, yeah? Right, so Charlie Nesbitt, the man I was just speaking to there, really, really good rider. He's at a 5th position at Thruxton this year. Right, Joe Tolbert, we've got to talk about this man. Step this way. We're all right here because there's no Superstock bike going to be coming into this garage. The man in the back of the garage, that's Joe Tolbert. Now, Joe Tolbert, front runner in Stocktown for the last couple of years. He was going to have a chance on an OMG Yamaha with his dream job in Superbike this year. The team fell apart. He was then picked up by Bench Racing on a Super Sport Ducati. He's going rather well in that. He's won some rounds, won at Cadwell. But he got offered in the Dow garage the bike of Lee Bob Jackson. This is a full-on superbike. He stood there with the bodywork off. He's in the back of the shop talking to the technicians. This is Joe's absolute first ride on a superbike, and that is a massive rude awakening. He's gone from super sport bike 140, 145 horse to about 235 horsepower, and around a place like that, that'll wake you up. So he's doing a good job. Just ended up about 19th in that session, and he's staying on the bike, so good effort from Joe. And in my opinion, he is a tip for the future in the British Superbike class. He's only 21, he's a lad. His teammate, and there's no better teammate, is Josh Brooks, and he can ride a bike. Right, Scott Swan, another one of the younger riders. He's 21-year-old, Northern Irish lad. His dad was an excellent racer as well, but never really made the jump into British racing, stayed in Ireland most of his career. Phil Neal, and watch yourself, there's a lot of clutter down this pit lane. Right, so Rory Skinner, and Rory's going really, really well. He's had a podium here last time when we came in April, and he's going just as... Let's get back across here. Scott Redding ended up that FP2 session quickest, so he's really getting to grips with the PBM, the car. We've got to stay across this side. McCann's bike, now that is Danny Kent. Now, Danny Kent ended up on the podium last time here in April, and he's going really, really well. I'll tell you where he's ended up there. In FP2, Danny Kent is second to Scott Redding. So what you've got there is quickest in this last session, second quickest in this last session. A lot of rumours about what this team's going to be doing next year. We all like Danny Kent. He's won races already this year, had a cracking Thruxton meeting, and a great rider, and a nice lad as well as Danny. Watch yourself, move across this way a little bit. So this is Max Cook, this is AJN Steel Tox FS3 Kawasaki. So I was going to have a word with Max. Max is one of the younger riders, also podium finisher at Thruxton. Great tip for the future, only 22 is Max, great lad as well. But his teammate, quite the opposite end of the kind of age spectrum at BSB, is Christian Hidden. His heel up. Christian, I'm going to look where you ended up. You ended up, do you know what, 5th. That'll do you, son. You're having something of a season, aren't you?
I think that took you a while to start at the bottom and went up.
Started at the bottom. So, I've known Christian a long time. Christian is one of the older statesmen, but he's still fit, still wants to do it, and he's having such a good year on that AJN Steel Tox Kawasaki, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, it's been good. Today's been a really weird one, to be fair, because I was super excited. This was such a difficult round for us at the start of the year. Not like a disaster in terms of results, but like the bike felt terrible. So I was super excited to come here because the bike's very different to what we had, but actually it felt terrible again this morning, so it was a bit of a strange one. I really wasn't into it. I wanted to go straight out and do a race run, which isn't long here. Obviously it's only 12 laps, and after 3 laps I canned it and came in just to make changes. So it felt a lot better than in the second session, but still work to do. So everyone's obviously up to speed, it's hard, so...
You've got a normal qualifying format, like old school, like one session, same for everybody. Have you managed to save 2 tyres for that? Have you just got one new one for the qualifying?
Yeah, no, just one new one. We used a tyre in that one. I'm going off the timesheets, I don't think anyone saved 2, but you never know, maybe a Kyle or a Brad's managed to keep one in hand, but I don't think so. So yeah, it'll just be a normal style qualifying, which personally I'm quite happy about. I like it. It means, for example, today, it's changed the dynamic of Friday a lot, because we can work at stuff rather than...
having to get a time.
Yeah, so, you know, like we only get 2 tyres. You need 1 tyre for the first session, and then once you've burned that one, the second one, you know you're going to have to go out and pull yourself apart for a lap time to qualify for qualifying. So you kind of burn the second one by going fast rather than understanding the bike.
Got that problem this weekend.
Exactly, so that was really handy for us who struggled in the first session with setup. We were able to use the second tyre to understand the bike more, so for us it was a bonus.
And you've got a 4 sprint race format this weekend, all right for you, fit lad, you're not bothered, are you?
Yeah, not bothered. I used to race motocross and supermoto, that's what we did 2 days. We did 3 a day anyway, so that was all good.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you, mate.
Christian, really good talker, really good rider, really fit, takes his fitness really seriously. He's like a semi-professional cyclist or something. I know he's a lot of cycling, like, I don't know, 80 mile a day when he's at home, which is nuts, isn't it? So we've got Leon Haslam. Now, Leon, going rather well this weekend. You would think that, where's he end up 7th? This is his local track, he's from just up the road. But don't think that means he gets more laps round here than anybody else on his race bike, because he doesn't. They all get the same amount of qualifying and testing, so having a good weekend is Leon. He's generally been somewhere near the front. Right, so this is Honda UK, and they've had something of a resurgence. If you watched any of the footage and racing coming from Cadwell Park, you'll know that Andy Irwin, who's been struggling a little bit this season, it is fair to say, he had 3 podiums, and his teammate Tommy Bridewell, also struggling most of this season, got his first win since last year. So that was brilliant. I don't actually think that either of them are in the garage. Tommy is in the garage. Tommy, do you want a word? Will you have a word with us? Tommy's coming out. Right, so where do you end up 9th? So this is for the social media. So it's normally Steve that does this and bothers you. So I'm bothering you now. How was it? Looks all right, reasonably settled.
Oh,
don't swear.
No, I nearly did. Disaster. Just difficult at the minute. Like I said yesterday, and like I was hoping not, but we're like a yo-yos, you know. At the minute, there's
You don't know what you're going to get when you go out.
zero consistency for this year. And we sort of rolled out this morning with my Cadwell bike that was a race-winning bike, and here it's unrideable. It's frustrating because one minute I'm up and I'm happy and I think, oh, brilliant, you know, I've got my bike back, and then I ride it and think, what a disaster. The bike is just terrible. So frustrating, really frustrating, and we're not making progress. We haven't got a clue, if I'm honest, where we are, where we need to be. We haven't got a clue what we need to be doing, and I'm frustrated, I must be honest, because we should be, you know, we should be at a much higher level. So disappointing, and I'm not, you know, not too optimistic for the rest of the weekend, if I'm honest.
I wish you all the best, so give us a smile.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, Tommy, he said one of the problems with the Honda is you don't know what you're going to get. They got to Cadwell and had a bike that was reasonable. They could go and race, but not here. Normally what happens is with a superbike, you get a base setting that works reasonably well everywhere, and you kind of tweak it to the individual circuit as you go. Right, so Dean Harrison, Jack Kennedy, they are Honda's super sport men. Right, now we're talking Brad Ray. You can stop there as we clear the path behind you. So Brad Ray's garage is a Raceways Yamaha garage. Now, championship leader early on this season. He had a 52-point lead going before Brands Hatch. Since then, that slipped and he's now second in the championship to his good mate and rival, Kyle Ryde. Brad's had a lot of issues. He slipped off the bike a couple of times. He's never not been quick. He's always been fast. Even the meetings where he's struggled because he's kind of slipped off or he's had mechanical issues, he's always been quick. Rolled out the garage this morning for FP1. The bike dropped a valve. They had to put an engine in it, so he missed out, which means he finishes FP2. That doesn't mean much towards grid position or anything towards grid position, but he's 12th. So that Raceways team and Brad have got work to do. I don't think they'll be particularly worried. He won all 3 races last time we came here in April earlier this year. Now, Brad Ray is locked in a championship dice with this man. This is Kyle Ryde. Now, Kyle Ryde is having a brilliant middle part of this season. Started off very much in the shadow of his rival and mate, Brad Ray. Since then, he's taken the lead in the championship. He leads the championship by 2 points from Brad Ray. But all that has been clawed back since Brands Hatch. So Brands Hatch and then Thruxton and then Cadwell, there's been a big swap in the championship. They're really good mates. They are really big rivals. They're both going to go well this weekend. Kyle's been quickest, or just about quickest in all the sessions. He loves this place and he's won here before, so who knows. Last man down pit lane is Glenn Irwin. He's a rider that swapped teams from PB and Ducati. He's now riding a Yamaha. Very, very different kettle of fish. A Yamaha from a Ducati. The bike needs to be ridden in a completely different way. But he's getting to grips with, I think, about 6 in that session.